Coach Vincent, thank you very much for your time. A very entertaining game, highly tactical, and it ends in a 2-all draw for you at home. Are you happy with the result and what were your thoughts on the game?
From the performance that we've given today, I'd say a draw, I take it. It's fair enough. We didn't play our normal game. The build-up were not well constructed. The movement in the middle and the possession passing, our passing game in the middle of the park was not up to standard today. And the top three, the third man runs that we always look for, they were not coming today. So because we did not give the best performance that we always give, I say a point, I take it. It's fair enough.
Coach, your philosophy is very clear. You build up from the back, you switch the ball quickly, and the fluidity in the midfield and in attack allows you to create and occupy space and create chances. But today that didn't happen. The fluidity that we saw over the weekend, we did not see today. You seem to struggle, and they seem to be able to press you at the right moments. What did you think you were not able to get fluid as you usually are?
Okay, first of all, I would say their game plan worked really well for them. But then I feel that today the intensity that we were playing with, it was way too low. The speed of the passes was way too low. That's why they could react to most of the balls that we wanted to play in between their front three and their mids and the defenders. We were actually looking for the spaces in between, and when we found the spaces in between, the movement of the ball today was way too slow. That's why they were able to react to most of the passes that we wanted to play, especially the penetration passes. And the movement of our fullbacks coming in today, the body positioning of our right back and left back, whenever they came in, was not on point. That was the reason why we couldn't transit the ball from our defense into our attacking third, because the body positioning, our fullback and left back, they were always square, and they were actually forced to play more of back passes than they were playing the forward passes, which is what actually made our fluid attack not to be visible enough today.
Coach, the equalizer is scored from a very quick free kick, which is something I saw you do last week. You're able to catch the opposition off guard while they're still playing with their quick. But today it worked against you.
Yes, it worked against us. But then I take it, man. We were playing with three at the back in the dying stages of the game. And then when we play with three at the back, obviously you're going to create so many spaces in between. And if you don't create the too many spaces in between your defense, obviously the opposition are going to have the positions wider on the pitch. So now, after conceding that free kick, we lost concentration a bit, and the opposition saw that and they took charge of that. And mind you, when we played the three at the back, the player that was actually playing in the heart of the defense is actually a midfielder, not a centre back per se, because we had to make two changes of our defenders because they were not feeling okay. So now when the defense is playing when we use attack-minded players at the back, you are more likely to concede those kind of soft goals, which is understandable. That's why I wasn't angry at my players when they conceded that kind of a goal, because basically that's not their role. But then I applaud the courage that they had when we struggled with the defenders. When they showed up and said, no, we can go there and play from there. I'm happy with that. But then with the goal, it's part of the game. It's fine.
Coach, you took the lead in the 5th minute. They equalized. You went on to take the lead again, and again they equalized. Do you feel you were let down by your game management?
Yes, after the first goal, I think we didn't manage the game better and we kept on giving possession way too cheaply, and we suffered a lot from that, because when you give possession away too cheap, especially in our expensive game model, when we have the ball, we make whole lot of rotations, whole lot of movements, and if we make one wrong pass at the back, everybody it's actually higher up the field. So when you give the ball away cheaply like we gave them, obviously they've got too much space, and the goal it's exposed, because we've learned much earlier that in football, if you don't, the biggest risk that you can ever take is being afraid of taking risks. So that's why when we have the ball, we do a whole lot of risks. So when you risk and something doesn't materialize the way you anticipated, you are more likely to be in danger. So I put the blame on me, not on the players, for introducing them into this kind of game model, because whenever players make errors, it will always go in the back of the net. So yeah, it's fine, but we'll go back and we'll improve on the things that we've done wrong today.
Last week you emphasized the importance of the extra pass, but today we didn't see that. Why do you think you were unable to create those situations?
I think today, yes, our extra passes were not okay, which is why the opposition they were so strong on the counter-attacks, because we didn't rely a lot on the extra passes today, and today's game needed us to be patient and move the ball a bit longer than we usually do, so that when we lose it, we have more numbers closer to the ball, and the area that is dangerous on transition is well covered. But today the anxiety, man, I think the anxiety and the other thing is, you play on Sunday, it's you play on Sunday a tough game, then it's a recovery on Monday, and then Tuesday you play again against so energetic opposition. So that's why we had to struggle a bit, because the energy level today was a bit low. That's why most of the things we couldn't orchestrate them better. Even the extra passes were affected because of our energy level. When a player had the ball, the players that had to show up, they'd show up late. They would show up with the wrong body positioning. They would show up in the wrong areas as well. So yeah, a draw for us, it's okay.
Coach, thank you very much for your time, and all the best in this game.
Thank you so much. We'll go back to the drawing board. We'll fix the mistakes that we did. We'll improve. We won't change the way we play, but we're going back there. We're going back there to try and improve it, and perfect it, and go into the next game, play much better than we did today. But then I'm proud of my boys. The turnout today, the courage that they have. They showed me that they have a whole lot of character. For you not to be able to play your normal game, but you're still able to lead, and they equalize, and you go back again to lead. It shows how big their hearts are. So yeah, it's fine.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.